Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Happy Sunday to you guys. Today I'm sharing with you guys, finally I'm sharing with you guys some dinner videos because I haven't been putting those out for quite a while. I've been doing like random recipes or challenges, things like that, but I haven't actually done a what's for dinner in so long. So that's what I'm doing today, sharing with you guys. You know, if you've been on my channel very long, I share easy, budget-friendly, yummy meals that my family will eat. So that's what I'm sharing today. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys will give this video a big thumbs up. And if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. And all of you guys, I love you. Thank you for the support, all of the love and the comments. I am trying my very best to get back on track with that. It has been so busy here. So I'm trying to get back on track with that. And on Tuesday, I'll be sharing with you guys a grocery haul and a meal plan. And yes, I went back to Aldi. So stay tuned for that. I also have a giveaway coming this week and lots of fun stuff. Lots of content coming up this coming week because I have a ton of videos to put out. But I love you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, this recipe is incredibly easy and oh my gosh, delicious. I will say that. So we are starting out melting some butter over the heat, about 3 tablespoons of butter, a packet of taco seasoning. Then we are taking 3 tablespoons of flour and combining it into that. And then you need a can of the chicken broth. So I'm just using, because I use the big containers, I'm just putting in, you need about 1 can or a couple cups worth. I think usually there's like 2 cups worth in a can. So we're going to blend that together and this will create like a nice mixture. And then we're going to add in a can of green chilies, which is one of my favorite go-tos now. I absolutely love green chilies in anything. And if you need to thicken it a little bit more, feel free to do that because it doesn't always, it depends on what your preference is. You're just going to continue to whisk that together. And I've already pre-cooked my chicken in the Instant Pot because I tend to make, I keep chicken on hand a lot of times for many different things. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking chicken I've already shredded, already cooked. You can take a rotisserie chicken, whatever you want to do with that. And then I'm putting some garlic powder in because it makes life better. Then I'm also taking a packet of cream cheese. You're supposed to use 4 ounces, but I'm doubling this up pretty much. So if you see me adding double of what I'm saying, it's because I'm doubling this recipe because I had so many extra tortillas. Then we're just mixing that together. I put 2 cups or 4 cups of cheese, but I honestly don't measure that. And then I'm taking a 13 by 9 inch pan because that's what I always cook in. And I'm just filling these tortilla shells, these wraps. Use what you have on hand, like I said. I'm just filling those up with this mixture of chicken and cheese and, the cream cheese and stuff. Let me tell you, this recipe was so good. We're going to be putting this on repeat because everybody liked it. So once we're done stuffing these, because I'm going to speed this film up as I'm stuffing all of these full, we're going to mix the sour cream together in just a minute. So that's what we're doing right now. I could eat this every day of the week, to be honest with you, because it is that good. And we love Mexican food in the house, especially when it's this easy and budget friendly. So I have literally stuffed as many as I could possibly fit into this 13 by 9 inch pan. I've also preheated the oven to 350. Now we've gone back over and that mixture that I already had of the taco seasoning and everything, we are pouring that over top of this. I did forget to tell you guys that you were supposed to put 3/4 cup of sour cream in that. But there you go. And we served it with some rice in the Instant Pot. I'll link the instructions down below. So here is just a recipe I'm putting together, and the reason that meat looks weird if you're looking at it is because yes, this is a while back. This was ground turkey. I have not had ground turkey in forever. I'd let that thaw out, and so it kind of discolored when I did that. So that's why it looks weird. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with the meat, nothing like that, and I had microwaved it, so it kind of changes the color when you microwave it. But this is just a tried and true recipe. I am breaking up saltine crackers. I take about a pack to a pack and a half of saltine crackers. Yes, that's oat milk, guys. Please don't blast me today with the ground turkey and oat milk. Use what I have. So I put a dash of milk in, a couple things of tomato sauce. I'm throwing in some black pepper because that is just what I always put in. Cutting up an onion, putting that in, And like I said, this is all pantry staples. I break up a piece of bread. This just kind of thickens it. You can use breadcrumbs if you want to. You can completely omit this if you don't want that in there. And then I don't care to get my hands dirty because that's just the way you make meatloaf. So I'm combining all of that. I also put an egg in with this because it just makes it creamy, like moist, real moist inside. So I am spraying a 13 by 9 inch pan. I've used this pan since we first got married. So we've been married 17 years, and this is my pan I use. And I'm sure all of you all have a pan that has the brown on the edge. So I like to cover the top of the meatloaf with ketchup, and then I don't have an after picture of this, but I just put this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 55 minutes. You have to check it and make sure it's cooked all the way through in the middle, but the recipes, are endless with meatloaf, and we serve it with mashed potatoes or, whatever. This recipe is amazing. I've never made penne al forno, and I didn't really know what it meant till I Googled it, and it actually means in the oven. The al forno means in the oven. So this is just penne in the oven. So all I'm doing here is I'm taking, obviously, a pound of penne pasta, and I'm cooking that. And we are just going to cook that up. And on the other, like in the regular skillet, I'm melting that butter because you got to have butter in the pasta dish. I am adding in, I'm making my own. You don't have to make your own this way, but I'm making my own with flour and butter and the seasonings. And we are just cooking that up on the side. And then I'm also going to add some cream cheese in, just 4 ounces here, as you can see. We're cooking that together. By all means, use the Alfredo jars if you feel like doing that. But I prefer to make it homemade because that's how I do it. So we're just going to get that all cooked through, browned through, because you've got to get it cooked in there. And then we're going to add in the milk. I'm adding in a cup at a time here. And then we're going to stir that together, and it will smooth out. Like, this is just like the Alfredo type sauce. And then you're going to add in some Parmesan cheese here because Parmesan cheese makes life better. So a couple cups of Parmesan cheese here and stirring that together. And this is actually like the Alfredo sauce. Anytime I make Alfredo, I just mix all these ingredients together. If you have heavy cream, use heavy cream. If you have whipping cream, use whipping cream. This is just a standard Alfredo sauce with butter and garlic and parm and all that. So then you're going to add that to your drained noodles, mix it all together. And honestly, you could eat it just like this. It would basically be Alfredo, but it wouldn't be penne al forno if we didn't do it the correct way. So now I'm going to take that trusty old 13 by 9 inch pan, layer the bottom with the pasta, the Alfredo pasta. Then, this is fun. I've never done this and never thought to combine this. We're going to take a marinara and pour some of it, about half of it, over top of this pasta. Spread your spoon over top of the pasta. And then we're going to add, of course, you guys, wouldn't be my recipe without cheese. We're throwing some mozzarella cheese on top of this. Then we're going to go back to our pan, add another layer of the pasta shells and some more of the marinara. And of course, you guys know what's next. We're going to top it with the cheese because that is how good it is. All this combined, this was amazing. And Ryan is not an Italian person. I have family that has, my uncle and aunt have an Italian restaurant, and it's authentic Italian. It's not the Fazoli's Italian or the Olive Garden Italian. It's like legit Italian. And, his family's from Italy. And they're all wonderful people if any of them happen to be watching this. So they make the traditional pasta dishes, and I could eat it every day of the week. But Ryan is not sold on it. He loved this. And of course, you guys know I took the garlic bread I had in the freezer out and used that. And then I browned the meat. I don't like meat in my pasta dishes, but Ryan does. So I did add meat on theirs. So it was cooked separately. That was the Italian sausage. Okay, guys, pot roast. This pot roast I got on an awesome sale at Kroger a while back in a video. And nothing's better than being able to put stuff in the crock pot. And nothing's cheaper than getting things on sale and being able to put those in your crock pot. It makes life so good. So tonight I am putting a crock pot in there. I've already sprayed it out. And I'm putting carrots on top because I need to use those up because those carrots just turn bad really quick. Adding 1 cup of liquid. And then you guys, I know those look kind of scary. Like I told you, sometimes the potatoes, if I don't flash freeze them all the way through, they turn brown. So Don't let that fool you. They tasted fine, but those were the fried, cut up potato ones. Then I'm taking 3 packets, an Italian packet, a ranch packet, and a brown gravy packet. Pouring those all on top, and then I'm just gonna let this cook all day long in my crock pot. So, on high, 4 hours, on low, 8 hours, and then it looks a little brown, but that's the gravy mixed in. And it turned out so tender and perfect. Okay, you guys, so today I'm going to share with you a really awesome product that was sent to me for review by a company called London Sunshine. They're a huge company. They have tons of different products. I will link their website below. Tons of kitchen products, other products, just a really awesome company. So they sent me a food dehydrator, and this is something I've looked into for a while because I thought, how cool would that be? And I do have friends that have the food dehydrators, and they have the really big, like, I'm talking major things that are like thousands of dollars, but I don't need that full scale stuff. I like some dehydrated fruit and food. My family loves jerky, and jerky is outrageous, so I've always wanted to make it. And ever since I was a little kid, when I would see those little infomercials, I would sit and watch them. I don't know if you remember those. They had like all the different trays, the plastic bin. I don't even remember what it was. This was back in the 80s. And you can make your own fruit roll-ups. So I've always been interested in making my own fruit roll-ups because I was stuck on that idea in the 80s. I thought, how awesome would that be to have unlimited fruit roll-ups in my house? But anyway, today I am going to share this product with you guys. It's really cool. I'm going to link their products down below, and I'm sure they'll be sending me a discount code for you all. So if they do that, I will link that down below also. And you can check out their site, check out all their other products. I only share legit companies with you guys. So, this is my first time working with them, but this thing can make all kinds of stuff. This is like more for food preservation or snacks. In our house, we like both. So you can make jerky with this. You can make the all those dehydrated fruits like the banana chips, the different fruit chips. You can make kale chips. I even saw where you could make like popcorn out of cauliflower with it. So I'm very curious about that. I am going to try that because if I can dehydrate that and make it taste like popcorn and get my kids to eat that, that would be fantastic. But there's so many recipes, and I've looked all over Pinterest also, so you guys will see this product more often than not because, I've been stocking up at the grocery stores. I've been building my pantry, building my freezer. I still need to share that with you guys. And now this is even more of a way that I can build that kind of stuff up because I don't do huge long-term like prepper food storage, things like that. I don't do that. But I'm very curious about this kind of stuff that'll stay fresh for a very long time because, I'm not a big fan of like the weather that is coming very soon, the winter weather where we live, because then you can't drive in it. So not a fan of it, and I'm not a fan of all the sickness going around because it floats so much. So this will be fun to be able to prepare this kind of stuff. I'm also going to share like bread recipes coming up, but I need to quit rambling. Let's go ahead. I'll put the clip of me opening it. It was actually too big to put on the counter to open because I'm too short to share that. But this is a 6-tray food dehydrator. So this one is really cool. It does take hours to cook this stuff. So I think what we're going to start out with a food dehydrator is I might make some banana chips because that's basic. That's easy. And my kids might actually eat it because Gavin's the only one that eats bananas besides me. So I thought maybe if I try that just for the first step because I don't want to do anything like major. Like I do want to make the jerky and I do want to make the fruit roll-ups, but I need to get the meat, the particular meat you have to have for that. So let's come over here and do this. And you guys, I'm sorry about the lighting. It is terrible in here. But when you open the box, it has the instructions. This is the one I have. I have the 6-tray. So it's got 6 trays that go inside here. Let's see if we can turn this sucker on. Okay. Or maybe if I plug it in. So let's plug it in first. And we'll turn this on and see what this pretty little machine, I'm sure it's got like one of those LED displays. Of course it does. So I'm sure there's some, oh, it's got a cute little door. Okay. So we'll wipe this. I don't really need to wipe this out. It's got the fan inside of it. So we need to look up the instructions. But it does come with, this is where I got the idea for banana chips. It comes with like a little miniature dehydrator cookbook in it. So it tells you exactly how long and like how thick things have to be, what the temperature should be at, and how many hours it takes, and how to store it. It gives you all kinds of tips, like depending on what kind of fruits or vegetables you're using. Then it gives you like the banana chips, the fruit leather, you know, jerky, all kinds of stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test it out with the banana chips. Okay, so it told me in the instructions that I needed to go ahead and clean everything, clean the panels, clean the trays, just give it all a good clean before you use it for the first time. So what I'm gonna do, it's also got this, I guess these are made, I'm assuming these are made for like the fruit roll-ups. I don't know why there's so many of them, but I guess these are made for fruit roll-ups. So it said when it's not in use, when you're not making fruit roll-up, like the fruit leather, you can put this in the bottom and it'll catch like the other food. So it's also got mesh trays. I guess it says it's for like other types of, I guess you can stick those on top of these trays to keep your food from like dissolving down into them. So it's got those trays. We're gonna just put one in because it comes with it comes with 3 of those fruit leather trays. It comes with 6 of these metal trays. And then it also comes with 4 of the mesh trays. So it says if you want to make more room, if you have thicker slices of fruits, vegetables, whatever it is you're doing, you can take one of these trays out and readjust them. I won't need all of these today because this does take a great deal of time. I mean, but look at that. Look how many you can do at once. 6 trays. And it takes hours to do this. But there's not much to this. And it does say that it will appear different in color than what it would in a store. And that is because, like I'm going to put this on here for the bananas, I guess. I think that's how we do it. So it will appear different than it would in the store because there's no preservatives, there's no artificial colors and all that kind of stuff. And if there had been, then that would be, that's why stuff looks pretty in the packaging. So this coloring is going to be a little bit different. It's going to taste the same, pretty much. It just doesn't have all the extra added junk in it that the other foods do. So you can't overweigh this either. You got to be careful about that. It's got like all the restrictions and things in it, but really, I mean, it's not hard to do this. It's a way to preserve like fruit, and maybe if your kids like crunchy stuff instead of mushy stuff, this is a way to get them to eat it because these are sweetened. And you could always, you know, you could always add your own stuff to it. I'm sure you could soak it in something. I know it says for the apples, like, because it's going to discolor a little bit. So if that concerns you, you can mix it with like pineapple juice, lemon juice, and something else to keep its color. But I'm not that concerned about it. I'll probably put some apples in on a tray just because I'm already doing the bananas. And the bananas take, I think the apples take 1 hour less time. So since we're already going to be sitting this on for hours and hours, why not? And then, you know, another day I might share with you guys if I make the fruit leather, because I think that would be really fun to see, the fruit leather. But for this, I think it's the same. If it's not the same temperature, I'll just do 1 tray of bananas. But there is the bananas. So let's put the bananas right here. So I don't need all the trays. So we're gonna put the bananas right there. Okay guys, here are the apples. I just cut some apples up and put them in there. So we're gonna slide those in there. I don't really have anything else to put in here right now. I've got blueberries and things. So I'm just gonna take the trays out where I'm not using them. We'll move this down one so it's on top of it. But if you wanted to do 6 trays, you could. I mean, you could preserve all kinds of food in this. So according to the direction, we're just gonna shut this. Then we're gonna set the time. And the time needs to be, the temperature needs to be at 135 to 145. Well, how do you do that? Oh, because we need to change the temp time. I mean the temp and the hours. So the hours are actually going to be, whoop, okay, there we go. 1. Let's change the time. Let's change the temp. Well, it says between 135 and 145. So 7 hours, 135 to 145. The bananas have to go 7 to 8 hours. So then we're just going to hit start and that's it. And I'll come back to it once it's all done. But that's all you got to do. It just starts working. So really nothing more than pushing a button. Okay, my friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. That's free to you guys. It just helps me out. And I appreciate you guys. And if you don't care to share my video with someone that might like this type of content, I would love that. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you all. Bye.